Everything is way too hard. What am I supposed to do with a boat? I can't hurt, I can't win a single combat. I don't know what to do with my ship. My Voidship is a barge. Where do I get upgrades? How do I land on Kiava Gamma when ships are defending Kiava Gamma? I encountered 40 ship battles and I can't win a single one. Ship combat sucks, it's way too slow. These would be the words that I've been hearing every single day in comments, on my Discord, in private messages, and today was the end of it when I've seen a very good content creator, crpg bro, asking me about ship combat, and that was the alarm and one of the reasons that I'll create this video to explain how to do ship combat and where to go for, because if he had problems on unfair, I guess majority of world will also have a lot of problems. Let's dig deep into it in a very short video, and I explain you what to do in what order to make ship combat extremely easy and enjoyable even on unfair difficulty. Let's go.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader? Because I am. The Emperor protects.
Once you enter chapter 2, the very first ship combat awaits. It's a very easy fight, and then your main objective is to repair your ship in Furibundus on football. Once you're done with football, your ship is repaired, Colonies expanse map opens up, and now you don't know what to do. Majority of players will go left and right and to every single dot, every single system, okay, to explore, and what you'll encounter in every system is ship combat, of course, and you won't be able to win a single battle, especially on hard and unfair difficulty. It's practically impossible, okay? So, if you want your ship to look something like this very early on, with majority of upgrades, easy XP and so on, there is a specific route, which is extremely important to follow right now. Once from Furibundus, we TP to Trinitos, from Trinitos to Talikos Epsilon. We finish Janus and everything there is with Janus. That's your route, okay? You don't fight a single ship combat. After Janus, you're going to the Mare Zigrid. You scan the area. You will get Mundus Valancius opened up once you scan the area. Then from Mare Zigrid you TP back to Janus, and from Janus you create a manual warp to Mundus Valancius where Dargonus awaits. Okay, and now when you go to Dargonus, Dargonus becomes your colony. And the very first thing that you should do and upgrade in that colony would be the Shield of the Emperor. This is how your upgrades should look like for easier ship combat. The first 4 upgrades on every colony, and by that I mean Janus, Falstone and Dargonus, and then you can fight ship battles. On Dargonus, the first upgrade is Extasiums for the nobility. The second upgrade and the most important one would be Shield of the Emperor. The third one would be Genetic Mercy, and the fourth one would be Doctrine of Rationality. For Janus, the very first upgrade would be Ultraquisitors. The second upgrade would be the Secret of the Winter Scales. Then it's the Dark Sages, and then it's a cure for Slot. On Falstone, the very first upgrade would be Celestial Protector, into Indulgence for Sale, into Touched by Holiness, and at the end, Good Tidings. In that order and no other order. What this allows us, okay, these 4 upgrades that are very easy to get immediately in the first 3 hours of chapter 2. So what they allow us to do? They allow us to buy gear on the bridge with Denrock. We're gonna get reputation points, and that is the most important thing right now that you need to do. So once on the ship, once you have those upgrades, you go and speak with Denrock. For Denrock, you say you want to go and trade. Imperial Navy upgrades are now available, and you will be able to buy everything, okay? And once you buy everything, all you need to do is to go over here, go to these things, they're gonna appear, you just switch for the best gear available at the moment, it's gonna be fine for the first time, and then you can enter ship combat easily. So all of this you can do in less than 3 hours. Then you can fight. You cannot fight with a boat. You need to upgrade your Voidship if you wanna fight in the way that I told you. There is only that way and no other way. Other ways do not exist. You're gonna suffer. And this is not hard, it's just lack of knowledge from the people that are playing the game. They have zero knowledge and you think how you're gonna win ship combat without upgrades. You won't. You need to do exactly as I said in this video. Now, what are the upgrades for the ship to win combat? In this order and no other order. Okay? Nothing else will work. This will work. For others, I can't guarantee. But these are the best upgrades for the ship. Okay? When you can, of course, you will always want to upgrade the hull way much more than you want to upgrade the RAM. So you want to go with the hull until you max it out for the scrap. Now, as far as classical upgrades go, first one would be a swing run, second upgrade would be torpedoes. Torpedoes is bread and butter to win every ship combat and you need torpedoes. The next one on the next level would be reinforced shields, and then it's a warp wave, so you deal damage to enemies and turn them around. The next one would be new headings, so you have easier maneuver, okay? With a ship you get more options during combat, and now it's a shallow jump, 5 cells jump, extremely good. These 6 are the most important. Then we go with a strafe, very useful when you want to reach someone on the sides, when you shoot on the sides of the ship left and right. Then it's all hands on deck ulti, upgrade for torpedoes, where you get 3 torpedoes instead of 1. Then it's the vulnerability scan. After that, on the next level, there's gonna be take it all upgrade for additional scrap. After that, it's premonition upgrade into Corpus Cari chart. Then it's gonna be silent running. Then it's gonna be silent running 2. After that, you're gonna take maximum overdrive into focused efforts. On the next level, you get rugged repair into sanctified restart. Then you get boarding party into arc augury. After that, it really doesn't matter what you're gonna take anymore, because you got the most important upgrades. You need to do them in this order for the ship, and that's a fact, and I don't wish to repeat myself in that regard anymore. As far as positions go, these are positions: Supreme Commander, your Rogue Trader, or Jaya Heydari. Master Cannoneer, Argenta. Shield Master would be Pascal. Master of Maneuvers would be Abelard. Warp Channeler would be, of course, your Navigator Cassia. And the Master of Etherics would be the Heretic Idira. That's about it. Everything there is with ship. Now, combat is gonna be drastically easier. How to fight during ship combat. I picked one of the harder battles in the game for the showcase. We got Blasphemous Styx class heavy cruiser. Very hard battle with tier 5 heavy ship, and the very first thing that you wanna do before you start every combat is to go with a torpedo and prepare the torpedo for the arrival of the ship. The next thing that you need to do is calculate how you wanna stand. You always will try to end up behind enemy ship. If you cannot end behind enemy ship, you wanna juke enemy ships to go towards you without shooting you. In this case, because we cannot get behind and shoot on the ship, we're gonna move over here and we're gonna apply shields on the back of the ship just in case it can shoot at us. Okay. Then on the next round, when this ship comes over here, you're gonna nuke him out with torpedo. Okay. And you're gonna do the new heading, you're gonna circle around and you're gonna whack him. Okay, and again you're gonna try to position yourself always behind ship. To position better, you can always move left and right with the strafe, or you can just opt in for a shallow jump, and now your ship is gonna jump 5 cells even further away from the enemy ship. Okay, where enemy ship will come down towards us, and we go with a torpedo. Okay, and if you did what I said for upgrades, you're gonna have an escort frigate that's gonna, well, it's gonna waste enemy's turns, at least 1 to 2 turns until they destroy the frigate. If enemies destroy the frigate, a new frigate will be available for every next battle. Now that I explained you how this works, you should always try, during combat, with one enemy or with multiple enemies, to use every single shot that you can before you end the round, and you always apply those shields on the ship before you end your turn, because this will save you a lot of problems in the battle. What is also very important to say, once these white lines, or better to say shield for the ship expire, you need to get away from enemies before you restart your shields, because you're gonna get slowed down during the next round. So consider having huge distance between you and the enemy ship before you restart shields. Do not do it when you're surrounded by enemies. It's better to waste other spells and try to demolish enemies than to do that when it's very rough. The first ulti that you're gonna get very early on would be all hands on deck. Very simple. Instead of one torpedo, you can now deploy 3 torpedoes and you can annihilate enemies very easily with that. Also, do not forget that Idira can scan vulnerable positions on a ship. Once you scan the ship, vulnerable will appear with this orange line, and that means that this enemy ship, for example, is vulnerable from the back. You wanna shoot at its back. That's the way how you can deal the most damage. The bread and butter skill would be a warp wave. You always wanna turn at least one enemy ship per round away from you, so they waste an entire round till they can reach you. This is the most important thing that exists, aside from torpedoes, of course. And now I can show you some upgrades. I'll hover over them, and then you pause when you want to and check them out, how I equipped my ship in the late game, and how it should look like for you as well, okay, for all positions. Pause when you want to. All of this you will get if you follow my guide from start to finish. You can easily get all of this. And that's about it. Also, do not forget that you can upgrade specific spells as well in companions' positions on the ship. They don't mean that much, but still, it's doable. It costs 100 scrap. If you do combat the right way, you will always have scrap. And the only right way is my way or the highway. Fortunately, it's like that. That's how the game is. With all of that said and done, I hope that now you're gonna have an easier time with ship combat. To be more precise, I know you will have easier time with this mini guide for the ship upgrades and ship combat. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader? As I am. The Emperor protects.